I lost my job because of the shutdown. Just like that. No warning. But what happened after that? The company I worked for, they actually reached out. And what they asked me to do, you won't even believe this one. Quick backstory. I was working on a government contract. I took this contract by relocating from Florida, where I was living, to Northern Virginia. That contract started in July, and once the shutdown came, boom, done. Just like that. So contractors like me, we get cut immediately. No severance, no support. I'm saying that because a lot of people are asking, is there a severance package that you get with contractors? So the answer to you guys' question is no. So after that, I wasn't just waiting around. It's another thing. People asking, what are you doing? Obviously not waiting around, right? I had interviews, several interviews actually. And for a moment, I thought maybe just bounce back fast. But to be honest, it's exhausting. Very exhausting. Every interview, feels kind of like you have to put on a performance. Some of you guys can probably relate to that. A couple promised follow-ups, but then ghosting. Some of you probably can relate to that as well. Others said, okay, we decided to go internal, which feels like, okay, why waste an external person's time, right? It's not just about finding a job. It's about consistently proving your worth, I say, to people who put you on a line basically like a spreadsheet. Let's get to what I really want to talk about here. So while the shutdown obviously still dragging on, I got an email from the contracting company. You know they won't go and just call, right? Honestly, it kind of left me speechless, to say the least. They said, hey, can you send me an updated resume? And first I'm looking like, okay, why do they want an updated resume when literally the only thing that's going to be updated is showing the end date of the contract, obviously, because they had another resume that included this job on it because they asked us before. So that was kind of like, okay. So along with that question, it says, the reason we're asking for it is because we want to put you on the bench for future opportunities. So I'm like, cool, okay. Maybe they aren't what I'm thinking, right? They're at least calling down to say they're gonna put me on a bench for other opportunities when something arrives. But honestly, I don't want to work for that contracted company anymore. But anyway, it kind of sounds hopeful, to say the least. But then they added, we'll do you a favor. Yes, a favor, guys. Literally. I want to show this, but it's got the firm's name on it, and I'm not doing that. But it says we'll do you a favor, and we'll share your resume with other companies that we know. Then wait a minute. They just said, okay, they're putting me on a bench for other opportunities, and now they're saying, okay, we're gonna do you a solid by, sharing your resume with other companies we know, as if I can't apply to other companies myself, right? Like I'm trying to like product that they just trying to sell. That's what it felt like. But then as I continue scrolling down, looking at their email, it says, boom, here it is. I'm like, wait a minute. They asked if I could leave them a Google review. Leave them a Google review. After my contract is cut and after all the things that led up to it, and check out the other videos, guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But you're asking me, it's like a tit for tat. You're asking me to leave you a Google review at the end. First, it's like, okay, you're on the bench. Let me put you on the bench, send an updated resume, On top of that, I'm willing to do you a favor by sharing your resume with other companies, yet they're asking for a Google review. Why would I do a Google review for them? And what's even more crazy is that they asked. I'm like, do they not realize what just happened to all of us that were there? And I'm like, they really had the nerve to send this, I want to say, out to us, because I'm pretty certain that it wasn't just sent to me. Maybe that would be crazy. But have y'all ever experienced anything like that? They doing a tit for tat situation like that? Hey, we'll do this for you. Hey, in exchange, can you leave us a Google review? We've experienced that from a government contractor. That's kind of beyond me, to be honest. I was just blown away. So like, I kind of sat there and I was just like staring at the screen like, are you kidding me? I get cut loose, and now basically they want me to help market their company for free. To say on the bench, right? On the bench is no guarantees. It hit me like how little I really mattered to them. Just another resume in the pile. Now, am I looking at that wrong? Tell me what y'all think about that. Here's the thing, right? Because I know that obviously, like, I'm not alone. The shutdown has forced thousands into this exact situation. It's even more interesting because at first some people were like, oh, I don't even believe this. This is crazy. But then when all of it's happening all over, when it starts to, grow, then what do people have to say? Because now it's obviously all over, everywhere. So again, it's forced thousands of people, thousands. And it's very heavy also where I was at, close to DC. So cut and still asked to help them without compensation. Told to stay hopeful, but treated like disposable labor. So I'm sharing this because I want you to know that if you've been through this too, because I've seen a lot of comments where people have been through the same thing, just know that you are not invisible. I didn't send that review, by the way. I didn't agree to be on the bench with no promise. I'm still fighting for the next opportunity. But I'm doing it on my own terms, not theirs. So if you've been cut, laid off, or treated like a number, drop a comment below. Let's make this the place where our voices are heard. And if you want to see what happened when I applied to the 50 jobs in that week, go check out that latest video that I dropped. Very, very, very interesting. I think you would enjoy this. So with that being said, that's all I got for you today. So until next time, y'all, keep your head up, because I'm definitely going to keep my head up too.